I think a lot of people have this life confused with imagination or false beliefs or different aspects of life they've tried to go down, didn't work for them. There's just so many beliefs about how this life should be ran, but there is one time tested truth that everybody should be paying more attention to. And I'll tell you guys that is number one, knowing that if you are an able bodied person with a mind to think, then that is all you need in this life. Pretty basic knowledge. I think everybody can kind of agree on that, although there might be some controversy. Another thing is, if you understand that this is all you need, then where do you start? Well, that's a very good question. Where do you start? You start with being 100% focused on where do you want to go. And that's it. That's all there is to the life that we've been granted. That's it. People are so confused, I feel like, about where they want to go in life. If you're an able-bodied person and you're in America, then you can sit down at a desk and make a list. Where does this person want to be tomorrow? Where does this person want to be in 10 years? Do I want to wake up the same as I was a year ago? And from personal experience, I will tell you where you're at in life right now will be the exact same unless outside forces act upon it or inside you forces act upon the environment. What you want is the inside forces to act on the environment and change your environment. So that way, when you're looking out at the environment, you're way more happier than if you're forced to change because the environment is inflicting your beliefs and making you to change, because the brain is wired in a survivalistic type of mentality. The body's not going to die. The body's going to adapt. Knowing this, an individual needs to be focused on exactly where they want to go and be able to adapt to that end goal before they're there. A hotel that's being built never gets built unless people have a vision of that ground and the hotel becoming the hotel. You have to keep your dreams. You have to keep your focus. Humans are the only characters or life forms that can look into the future, and then in the future, when the future comes, it become true. If I tell myself I want to be here and have this and be able to build this by this date, it will happen. But you have to be focused and make all the certain steps for it to happen. Self-discipline is one of the main things that people in today's society do not hold in their arsenal, unfortunately. It's the main thing that determines the people that are where they want to be in the future and where the people that do not want to be end up, is focus. Being a responsible adult is not a fun task, But it kind of goes back to, if you look at plants and the way they grow, does a tree ever complain? A tree never complains. A tree always adapts. The tree that gets to be the tallest, most fruitful tree in the forest is the one that adapted to the environments the best that it could. If it gets very cold, the plant knows this ahead of time and kind of sets the pace inside of itself to get to where it wants to go, because it knows the environment's going to change. It's not going to accept the environment and change for the environment. It's going to change for itself because it knows the environment's going to change. You're better than it. You're better than the environment. You're better than everything out there. You have to gather your resources. You have to have a plan that's more focused than anybody else's. And you have to relentlessly chase it. Stop being confused on what this life is. If you sit on a bed for 24 hours a day and don't do anything, nothing will ever come to you. So why do people think that if they don't do anything except go to a 9 to 5 or not do anything at all, that anything's going to change or they're going to progress or be happy? Because happiness is very correlated to progress. You have to progress. You have to have goals. You have to have dreams. If you ever stop dreaming, you might as well be stagnant because you're on a plateau. You have nothing to wake up for in the morning. When the body wakes up, it expects to conquer something. You have to have a goal for it to conquer. And I'm done.